I'm really enjoying going live these days. And the reason why is because when I go live, I don't have to upload. And it's so nice. I'm kind of a busy beaver. And I don't have time to just have my phone sitting there for hours uploading videos. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this for the collective for a little while, and I'm just going to go live. I usually look at myself a little bit more than what I did. So my apologies if I'm a little bit of a wreck right now. I had quite a loud squirrel fight for the morning right above my head. So the squirrels woke me up. Somebody was yelling outside my apartment window last night, so that woke me up. So I slept like motherfucking garbage last night. I hope you slept better than me. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh my God, loving it. You are always here. Why are you the freaking best, man? You're going to be a managing moderator, all right? I'm surprised I haven't made you one yet. There you go. You don't have to do anything. But now you're a moderator, so you can do shit up in here. How's it going, man? Oh, yeah, woman. I mean, I call men, women, guys. I'm sorry. I just do. I'm at work. I don't know how to moderate. Oh, it's fine. You don't actually have to do anything. You see, but now you look like you got a wrench. I gave you a tool. You don't need to do anything with it. It's fine. It's just makes you look badass on the channel. That's all. Where do you work? What do you do? Do you work at McDonald's? I just love that name. I cannot go ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Apparently, McDonald's puts the absolute worst ingredients into their food. And that really bums me out. Because, like, back in the day, their food used to be so much better than what it is. I had a Big Mac in LA, and it tasted like cat food. And I'm like, this is not how beef in America or in Canada tastes. Like, I didn't have another one in the States. I was like, that is the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. Workforce Solutions. That sounds crazy boring. Or is it really high tech, and that's why you can watch me live while you're there? I'm always interested in people's career paths. Boomerang. What? Oh, boring. I couldn't really see what that said. I thought it said boomerang. Oh, it's boring. Okay. Watch while I entertain thee with my magical skills. Happy to assist you on your boring day. I wonder what today will bring. Other than kind of cloudy skies. It was 22 degrees yesterday where I live. That hit record. I was so proud. But we have this really nice cold breeze, so it's like my favorite weather is right now. Now and fall, well, spring and fall, I would make out with these seasons. But what happens is they never last very long. Like, I mean, last year, actually, I have to say fall lasted until like well past Yuletide season. That's for sure. But spring is going to be done probably where I am, and like it's already started. So I guess it's going to be an extra long spring. Maybe we'll get lucky. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 22 degrees. Ugh. Oh, do you not like hot weather? I don't like hot weather. 22 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Oh, last card. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. All right. Positive mind, positive mind, positive mind. Come on. What's this positive mindset going to do for us? Wow! It's going to hammer something into place. Yummy! Look at these cards. Abundance. The Golden Mirror. And we got Hammer. The only thing is the Golden Mirror is not the best card. Those look awful. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Persistent working on it, sabotage, rebuilding. Okay, hold on. Really, what you could be doing is persistently sabotaging a narcissist. And this is like what you're supposed to be doing. Did I ever tell you about the iceberg that I drew? So I cannot say I'm a Titanic fan, okay? But something happened in another life that I was on a boat and that boat went down, okay? I have a huge fear of the ocean. I will not go in the ocean. I will not go to cruise ship. I will not go in the ocean. I don't even like to fly over the ocean. I fucking hate, I don't even want to swim in the ocean, okay? It's not like a fear that I have to like crawl into a closet and die, but it's just something that I don't like. So I don't put myself through it. There are many fucking lakes around here, okay? I don't need an ocean. I actually don't like salt water. I don't like sharks. So I just don't like the ocean. And I watched Titanic the other day, okay? And I was like, I was just watching it on my phone because I have the Prime membership on my phone or whatever. So I was just watching it on my phone and I was like, I've got this little stand my sister bought me for Christmas. So I was just walking around with Titanic playing all day. It was fucking the best 3 hours of my life, okay? I'm so corny. And right afterwards, I drew this picture of an iceberg. Unfortunately, I can't take it off my wall because I've got this, it's like boarded on something, so I can't take it off. But let me tell you, it's a beautiful picture. If I think about it, I will maybe, actually, I can probably put it up as a thumbnail. Maybe I'll do that so you can see it. It's half oil, half acrylic. Which usually you don't mix oil and acrylic together, but I do because I've been mixing mediums together. And when I was done the iceberg, I was like, why did I do this? Because like it started off as a tree. So I don't know how it turned into an iceberg. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I was like, why did I draw this iceberg? And Spirit was like, right away, they go, always remember, because the whole theme of Titanic, really, if you watch it, okay, it's all about men measuring their dick sizes, okay? One man's got to make something bigger than the next man, and that man's got to get that there faster and blow everybody's mind because he's the best man in the world. It's all about testosterone. I swear to God, that movie's all about testosterone. And what I realized at the end of it, for the 500th time I've watched it, was they were like, be the iceberg, because it took one iceberg to take down what they perceived as an unsinkable ship. She's made of iron, sir. I assure you she can sink. But these men are like, you could never knock a boat down like this. You could knock her off if you tried. 1,000 Irishmen built this ship, solid as a rock. Yeah, what do rocks do? They sink, you fucking idiots. Then they tried to make the boat look so good, they didn't even put enough lifeboats on there. They didn't even give people a chance because they were so cocky. Like, what does cockiness get you? Honestly, you have to learn how to use cockyism, okay? Because cocky is the kind of thing that can win you gold medals, but it can also ruin your life, your reputation, and everything that you stood for one time, right? Like, it just depends how you use it. Actually, I love the fucking song Cocky by Kid Rock. Okay, they say I'm cocky, and I'm like, what? It ain't bragging, motherfucker, if you back it up. That's the thing. You have to back it up. If you can back your shit up, you should be as cocky as possible. Because, honestly, what it does is it helps kind of shape you. And then when people do come and they challenge that cockiness and you beat them again because you're so grounded in what you do, it's like you become a master of the universe very fucking easily, right? But it's a power of the mind. People never probably taught you how to use your mind properly, which is why we got abundance, motherfucker. You know what it says on that? Positive mindset. So it's all about controlling your mind, because your mind controls what's around you, right? It's your mind, and my mind is being tested so much right now. There is something that is trying to get in there that is so nasty that it wants me to lash out at people so that I get hurt. And I don't want to get myself hurt, so I don't lash out at people. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't go through my skin like, oh, I fucking can do damage right now if I really want to. But I'm like, I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to get in trouble. So why is something trying to tell me to act out of character? Oh, because they want to take over me. They want me to get into that position where I'm vulnerable and I'm being taken over. Right? So when you have power of the mind and you control your mind and nobody around you can control you, nobody, it's almost like nobody can affect you. There could be bombs going off and you're just walking right through that. Like, unless it blows me up, what can I do? Like, you're not just going to freak out because the world is crumbling around you. The world is always crumbling around you. It's always crumbling. Have you watched the Weather Network? Like, we are on the brink of like some type of, I think, solar flare that's going to take us out. That sun is getting so fucking powerful that what it is doing to this environment is like detrimental. Like, it's going to take us out eventually. So it's like, use that mindset for what you can do right now and how much power you have. Because yeah, I know you have to work, aka loving it. People are literally at work and they don't have time to do a lot of shit. But it doesn't mean that you don't have time to do third eye stuff. It doesn't mean that you don't have, just like I almost always contract my abs. I don't have rock hard abs, but I have a very strong core because I have a very weak back. So I have to compensate using my stomach muscles because I can't use my back. I'm always working. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. And that's the thing, is like, maybe somebody taught you that, like, if you're not literally digging for coal, you are not working. If you're not doing the most powerful thing possible, if you're not the man of the fucking man, you're nothing. And that's bullshit, because that kind of cockiness is what kills hundreds of thousands of people. Because they're like, I can do it, when they're literally seeing warning signs right in front of them, and they think they can outbeat Mother Nature. They think they can outbeat hurricanes, right? Lightning, floods, right? No, you fucking can't. Surrender for 1 second that maybe there could be something more powerful than you. Right? And there is something way more powerful than us. That's why we're all coming together. That's why we get on the same frequency, because those people are just as powerful as us, right? When you go to different frequencies, then you're elevating or you're going down, right? It just kind of depends. Oh my God, all my favorite people are here. Loving It's here. Freaking Pamela. I forgot your name. I can see this. I can see the Raider sign. Your name is in green, so I really couldn't see that motherfucker. We got Heather up in here. It really is. Oh, you don't like Pamela? You should change that shit, man. Write it as Pam. Pam. Your name is Map backwards. I really like that. You know where you're going. You know where you're going in life, Pam. You know why you know where you're going in your life? Because you have been following me since my first channel. And then you found me on my second channel. And you are one of like 5 people out of that 1,000 whatever that I have that actually know I have a channel. I had a channel before this. That's secret information. I'm so sad that I had to shut that channel down. But I'm not going to lie. It was like really corrupted and full of viruses, and I had to get rid of it. Whoa. 3 cards. Ooh, palm tree. You know what? You know what's so funny about palm trees? I've been watching these people, okay, with like the deadliest jobs alive, and they're palm tree climbers. Tell me how these guys have to crawl up to the top of the palm tree and then cut off the head. And then when they do that, the palm tree goes flying back. These motherfuckers have to hold on for dear life. Scare. It's like one of the deadliest jobs in the world or something like that. And I'm getting that because palm trees are so resilient. Like the way that they can bend and the way that they can move, right? It keeps them. And like, my God, the strength of those palms. And that, what's this card? I think oh, the crow's here. Did you hear that caw? He's so loud. I'll have to just crack my window open just the tiniest bit and I can hear him almost like instantly. He's out there. I can't believe how much bird sounds you can hear when I open up the window. Like, I watched this video the other day and all I could hear was fucking birds in the background. I'm like, man, they were like singing a song out there. I can't hear them, but because the mic is down here and the window's open, so it's like the same level, those birds, like, you can hear those birds chirping. I don't think they're chirping right now, but fuck, they were so loud the other day. I keep asking for background music, and then they just gave me background music one day. So, back to the reading. I'm getting, like, okay, so maybe you've been persistently working on the narcissist in you, right? The way that you work, mellowing yourself out, right? No longer feeling like if you don't take a chance on something right then and right now, that you're never going to get it again. Like, no. That's what narcissists end up doing, to take things. Like, if you think that something is going to run out on you and you have to do something right away to keep it, that's not the right relationship. Because it's all about, if somebody has to leave, then they have to leave. And it's their responsibility to come back. If they don't come back, chasing them around isn't going to do anything. If it's going to do anything, it's going to just make that person be even more cockier. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody around you is cocky with a relationship, and you had to get out of that mindset of allowing this person to control everything and control you. Right? That's this whole, like, getting control of your emotions. And, so my sister and I were just talking about this, because we were talking about somebody keeps messaging her from the past, and like, we don't know if he's just kind of semi, like, a little bit retarded and, like, doesn't really know how to engage in conversation, or if he's a complete narcissist and all he ever does is talk about himself, or is he so nervous to talk to my sister that he's just finding anything and everything that he can do to talk to her. Or is he just self-absorbed? But that's what I've noticed about guys is men will surface when they want to say something. If they don't want to say something, they won't say anything. Like, so I don't know what this guy is doing. Is kind of like playing a little bit of mind games. And that's why I'm like, okay, well, you have control of this situation. Like, if he's messaging you, if he's the one that comes out of nowhere and he's the one that says everything, you're the one, like, he doesn't control you. You have to decide if you want to talk to him. You have to decide if you want to see him. You have to decide if you want to engage in this. Because if you think he's just getting something out of fucking with you mentally every couple years, then don't talk to him again. But if you think that he's trying to get to know you and he's just thinking of any excuse to say something to you, it's like, where's your mindset on it? Right? Because if you're in, like, a little bit self-sabotage, then, I mean, please, like, the one thing is that I will not engage with people over text message anymore that I haven't seen or connected with. If I don't see you face to face, if we don't speak, there is no reason to communicate via the internet, right? Because you can keep that shit going on for years, right? Well, people are just hiding. They're hiding, but they're engaging in a conversation with you because they want to be entertained, because their life sucks, right? I'm that kind of person that's like, I don't want to just hide my relationships anymore. I don't want to just hide what I'm doing. If I don't have the time to engage, and if I don't have the time to want to be in it, then I'm not going to give it anything. right? So it's maybe that. It's like maybe you have to see somebody. This is really bothering me. This piece of fabric is dangling on my leg. I'm going to turn my table around. Ah, that's so much better. Holy moly, that was like, it's this like very fine piece of fabric is just rubbing your leg and you're like, oh my God, it almost kind of starts to hurt. Even though it's the softest fabric ever and it can't possibly be hurting, but you're like, if you rub up against my leg one more time, I swear, I feel like I'm getting a rash. Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? When have I ever turned the fucking table around during a reading? I don't think I've ever done that. So let me tell you, maybe the tables are turning. Literally. Oh my God, that's the saying, right? Oh, the tables have turned. Did I just do a saying in real life and did not even know it? It's a psychic thing. See, I wouldn't even know that I did that because that's what psychics do. Cheers, everybody, for seeing a phenomenal moment caught on live camera. This is why I do this shit. No pre-records required. I can't make this shit up if I tried. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm trying to figure out, we got wedding rings down here, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? Which word are we using? We got their side and no other with working hard. So I think somebody has been really working hard to get the narcissist out of them. Maybe you're used to like love bombing people. When somebody gets mad at you, then you're used to, again, this whole chasing. I think somebody has to not chase something. Maybe that's what you're used to. Somebody gets mad and then you love bomb them. You buy them things and you take them out and you wine and dine them. And that's not a healthy relationship to do. Like, that's not healthy to do, right? You should really, if anything, be working on things, not chasing, right? So I think someone's been trying really hard to get that away from them. That they actually want to work on something. Like they're rebuilding possibly themselves. This third eye just flipped. So I'm going to say that this person is they really got their back now. I just heard their best interests at heart, which is this positive mindset. You've got to really put yourself on the platter, like you really have to, if you're not showing yourself how to be treated well, then how are you showing other people, right? It's like, it almost should be like that. Like the way you treat yourself should be a reflection of how you treat others. And if you treat yourself like shit, then I can almost guarantee you're treating other people like shit too. It doesn't matter what their definition of being treated badly is, right? Being treated bad is being treated bad, right? Oh, that almost just landed right into my coffee, but it didn't, because use your imagination and derail it. I somehow derailed that just with my hand. And that's the thing is, like, you wouldn't believe how flexible you really are. Like, so, I've been really like working with myself, and like, as I work with myself, I fill my sister in. So then if I feel like it's something that she maybe should work on too, because it's really helping me, because I know a lot of our problems stem from the same thing, then it's, if she really fights it, then I know that there's a problem there. And if now she's like, it doesn't, like, it just kind of depends on a lot of things, right? What you're going through. But now I've kind of realized of like how much being affected by other people, right? How you have to want to care about yourself, right? Like, I know you don't need things, and I know you don't need, certain things. Like, you don't need clothes, like nice clothes per se, or you don't need the most expensive things, but like, it's nice to appreciate yourself and to buy yourself things, so then you enjoy this whole process more. because we have to work and we have to do these stupid fucking things. And if we don't celebrate that, if we don't take the time to like appreciate ourselves in the moment for doing what is really hard for people to do, right? Then how are we going to feel good about anything, right? So it's almost like this person has been more flexible. Maybe they've become more flexible, or you become more flexible by taking this narcissist away from you, because what a narcissist is would be very stiff, right? Really, like they're not going to want to budge for you. They don't want to move. They definitely don't want you to oil them up in any way. So it makes anything easier, right? Whereas now you're like a palm tree. Like, you can bend me straight to the ground and you're not going to break, right? And that's a good thing, because that's having a lot of patience and a lot of grounding, right? Where people see chaos, you don't get bothered. And that's where this whole beginning of the reading started, where it was like, if the ground is crumbling around you, then you're the one that's walking through it now. Like, well, unless I fall through, I'm not going to worry about what's happening around me, because you can't fix everything. You can't worry about everything that's going on around you when you've got a fucking life to live. Like, you're in your life. You've got to eat. You've got to sleep. You've got to go to the bathroom. You've got to clean yourself. You have to pick things out of yourself. You have to pull things and pluck things and wipe things and spray things, and you've got enough personal hygiene to do in one day that you don't have to fucking worry about somebody else anymore. Okay, it's like giving a shit about yourself. Like, you know, when you go and you get pampered and you get all these other people to take care of you, it's so lazy, you know. Like, I get it doing it once every now and then, but like, do things for yourself every day. Like, tweeze your fucking eyebrows, like wash and wax your legs. Like, you don't always have to make a spa day out of it. Like, it's such a waste of money on the things that you can do yourself, right? Like, don't waste your money. Become more flexible than that, right? Just because people are set in something and we do this and you got to do that, like, it doesn't mean that you can't change the script. It's your life. They decided to bring you here. They sure as fuck better let you write your own script, right? But a lot of people don't let you do that. Oh, I'm sorry, you got to be here. We're writing the entire script for you. And luckily, if you're in North America, then you've got it pretty well, considering some other countries where women aren't even allowed to go to school. So, let alone bend and take a narcissist away from them. Okay. The Innocent with Long Journey. I can't even help but look at how those are like the same colors. So it's been a long journey for somebody, but it's been a good journey. Like, because working on yourself and rebuilding yourself from the ground up is a lot better to do than just sit around and fucking complain about life, right? Because you have so much time on your hands. Like, people, you have a lot more time on your hands than what you think. And if you utilize that time, then your life changes like quick, which is awesome, right? Let's see what tarot says. Woo. Yeah, finding the rainbow at the end of the tunnel. Metaphorically and physically speaking. It's a pretty pathetic attempt at a rainbow, but it's there. Like Three of Wands in reverse, Daughter of Wands in reverse. Yeah, like I almost feel like definitely a lot of premature energy that was, I think, inside of somebody that they really had to heal and cut off. Right? 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Page of Wands in reverse. Like, that seems to me like a lot of fucking healing. like cutting away a piece of yourself, separating something from yourself. So then, honestly, almost so then, oh, look at that, the Hermit on the bottom of the deck with the Sun. So in freeing yourself, Six of Swords in reverse, there's the Chariot. Now the signs are coming out. There's Temperance. And we got the Fool. So this was a kind of like a little bit of a fool's journey for somebody. Kind of definitely a lot. I can kind of see something being pretty scary, right? But not scary in a bad way. Scary in a way of like, I don't really know how this is going to end. I just really hope that I'm making the right decisions. And Six of Swords, so it's like leaving sadness behind you and going towards balance. And that's removing the narcissist, the self-absorbed asshole inside of somebody that thinks that, you know, it's their way or the highway. And it's like a lot of times when you've got that kind of frame of mind, you were most likely taught that from somebody else. So you got to get that out of your system. You got to get out whoever taught you that kind of demeanor is how a man acts or is how a woman acts. And it's like, oh man, I've been fucking seeing that Ruby Frank bitch pop up on some more shit that she did to her kids. And she made one of her kids jump into a cactus as punishment. What is wrong with that woman? Did she really think that because she was the mother of these children that she wasn't going to get fucking arrested? Like, oh, people are so dumb. Like, they think because something is theirs, they have the right to it. And they have the right to treat it how they want. And society and the police say differently. So, good luck to those idiots. So, the Hermit is successful in releasing himself. So somebody went inwards, okay? And I think they went inwards because they didn't have the opportunity. They didn't have the opportunity to see beyond where they were at almost, right? Because that would be the Three of Wands, like being able to see beyond, and it's in reverse. So clearly you can't see what the universe is trying to get you to see. Right? Because you weren't connected to yourself. You were too arrogant to see that what you were doing was ruining everything. And that you have to listen to more than just yourself. You don't know all the answers. You have to learn the answers as you go. Believe in infinite possibilities. Do you want these ones again? Why? Okay, apparently these cards want to say something again. House of Cards. The Chaser. Well, if I didn't say it enough, there it is in the flesh. The Chaser. Abandonment issues. There we go. That's the problem. Somebody's got abandonment issues. Somebody thinks somebody got left behind somewhere along the way, and they think they took their clearly they got something out of being a narcissist because of it, right? Maybe this parent blamed it all on them, and they were like, okay, well, if you're giving me the power of the kingdom and you're telling me that I made you do all of this, then I guess I'm king fucking tut, right? Because I made you do everything. Like, bitch, please. People can't make you do anything. If people make you do something, it's you don't have self-control. Right? Nobody can force you to do anything. Like, I mean, unless you're being held captive, then that's a different story and a whole different reading. So, ooh, now I'm getting Gone Girl. Have you ever watched that stupid fucking movie? It's kind of good, but it drives me crazy because I do not like that woman. Oh, and then she slits that guy's throat at the end while she's, oh, like, what a ruthless bitch. See, I really regret that I was born a woman. Like, I mean, I can't say men are any better, though. That's the thing. I think it's equal. I really thought that one was worse than the other, but I'm coming to the terms with that is false information. Both are just as bad as the next. 34 minutes. Okay. Cancer, Sagittarius, Virgo. Yeah. Take it how it resonates. If it doesn't, no sweat. Don't worry. There'll be another one. There's a few really magical things I just have in that reading, isn't there? The tables turned. The thing I was saying the entire time about somebody chasing something came out. Like, how magical as fuck was this reading, eh? Tell you, my gifts are changing. They do that. The same thing happened with my other channel. Suddenly I was like doing readings one way, and then this whole other like download came in, and I totally changed. And like, that's why I'm kind of glad the other channel's not here anymore, because some of those readings I just wouldn't want reflected in this channel. It's good to move on and delete the past. I don't like holding on to old pictures. I don't like holding on to old things, you know? Like, I like sentimental things that I have, but, you know, I kind of move on after 10 years. So fresh and so clean. Oh, I heard Miss Jackson last night. You remember that song? Sorry, Miss Jackson. Whoa. I hadn't heard it in so long. It's in my head again. Never meant to make your daughter cry. Okay. These are the Godfather cards. They're so big. If you ever get this deck, just know it's the biggest deck. It's so thick. Like, it's hard. I can barely fit it in my freaking hands. That's what she said. I can hear you guys saying it. Hi, Reed! What's happening, Dad? So many of my favorite people are here today. The same with last night. I was so happy. Edibles. You just keep getting friggin' high as a motherfucker, don't you? I gotta get some edibles. I don't want to drive to go and get them. Ooh, look at that. Bottom of the deck. I haven't even done anything yet. We got the Hierophant. The Fool in reverse. Oh, wow. Look at this. Death, Scorpio, and Virgo out the get-go. Knight of Cups in reverse. Financial loss. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Swords. Another Six of Swords? Oh my good God. Temperance now in reverse. Queen of Coins. Ten of Cups. Oh, Page of Wands with a message. Okay. The Godfather has spoken. Man, when he comes in, he comes in. Jesus. So, thing that I'm getting, like, almost right away is that someone's going to die. And they don't want to give you anything. Or maybe somebody... Okay, so I think somebody took a really bad financial risk and lost a lot of money, and they're going to die, and they don't have anything to give you. And that gets you out of something because It's almost like, I don't know if your family says that you don't love anybody, or that you're broke, or that you're the one that's off balance. Like, or does this person want a financial loss so then they don't give anything to you? Because somebody just wants to leave this shit behind. They don't care. They don't care about the money. It's never been about the money. It's always been about the family. But somebody doesn't think that. Somebody says differently. And maybe it's because you're not around these people. You might not be around these people, so it makes it seem like you're not a part of them. You're not out there socializing with them or having fun with them or talking to them. You've caused a stalemate. You don't talk to them. So they blame that on you. So this message comes in to you, this Queen of Coins here, about your family, somebody in your family. And what do you do? We got Queen of Cups with conflict in reverse, staring down. We got all the bullets. Which bullet do you choose? Russian roulette. Okay, the Queen of Cups is Al Pacino's wife. Okay, in The Godfather. It's I don't know what that fucking actress's name is in real life. All I can think about is the other movie that she's in is oh yeah, Father of the Bride. Is she the mom in Father of the Bride? Yeah, I think so. Anyways. And you know her during the whole thing. She is like, she loves the kids. She loves the family. She doesn't want any conflict. She knows what's happening. She is the mother, you know, like she's even different than the Godfather's wife, you know, like she's not even the same as her. She's the Empress in this deck because she really holds down the family. Oh, isn't this Kay? Is that her name, Kay, in it? She knows a lot about what's going on. She knows where his heart is. She can read the situation. And it's almost like, I think you're reading this, I think you're going to read whatever this message is, okay? Whatever message comes in for you, I think you're going to be able to read between the lines with it. It's almost like you're going to have to decode it. And you have to choose to put the gun away. It's like you choose the family instead. It's you stop this fight, this conflict, right? Because maybe the main person, this Hierophant, okay, like I do see like maybe even having to go to church with the funeral. Like this person who dies, okay, I think is the ringleader of all of this. They're the fool, and yeah, they're the fool in reverse. They're the one that began all of this, right? They prematurely did something. A dreamer, a proposal in reverse. Made something up in their head. Paranoid, schizophrenic. Did something fucking stupid. Said something, started this war that didn't even exist. Ooh. Okay, I just pulled the 2 cards on the top of the deck. 7 of Swords with the 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, betrayal with theft. Like, so, again, I don't know if this person had every intention to steal from you from the beginning. They had every intention to maybe use a marriage to get the money. I almost see like somebody marrying rich, so then they get money, right? They started this huge conflict within the family. So then the husband just kind of goes off with her and then doesn't spend any time with the family anymore. And this person's going to die. And I don't know if they're going to like die in 3D. That's the thing, is like they're going to transform. So maybe this is along the lines in the first reading with the narcissist. Maybe this person is a narcissist and that's what is going to change them. It's going to death them. It's going to transform them so then they don't continue to start this fight in this family and hold back something. It's almost like somebody can see right through it. Like, I'm not going to do this with you. I'm not. There are a lot of swords here. 5 swords out of only 10. That's a lot. That's half the swords around. What the fuck? Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius again. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. There's the World. Success, completion. With peace, a visitor. 6 of Cups, summoning from the past. Or the situation from the past, you're making peace with it. Success. You put the swords down. Put your swords down. Stop fighting. Now that the main person is gone, everybody can come back together again. It can be like a nice, peaceful gathering, socially. Whoa, did you see that card? When I said socialing, that's not even a word. Socializing. Socialing. That doesn't make any sense. King of Cups. Harm-hearted. Loving. I don't know what I said. Warm. Yeah. Did I say warm-hearted? I feel like that was another dyslexium word that I saw and said it out loud, but I don't think it was really a word. But anyways, that's then the King of Cups shows up for the Queen of Cups. So you're masculine and you're feminine, right? And that's the thing, is like the way that the Dawn is, right? That's the beginning of the movie where that man comes to him and asks him for help during his fucking daughter's wedding. And he's like, you come to me on my daughter's wedding. You say these things. And this guy like never had the family's back. He fucking disrespected him. He did all this shit. But the Dawn he's not supposed to say no on his daughter's wedding. People can come to him, ask him for things, and he's supposed to say yes on everything. And he kind of stops. And he doesn't want to help this guy. And this guy's like pleading and pleading and pleading for him to please help him. And then he loves him and he's so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And the Dawn helps him. He doesn't have to. He's a ruthless motherfucker. He doesn't have to do anything nice, but he does, right? So it's almost like that. Like, you don't have to mediate this. You don't have to be the bigger person. But if it means you get your family back, if it means that you can be the bigger person in this and have these people bow down to you at the end because you know that it's only because of you that everyone's back together now, you know, it's almost like you don't have to whip your dick out and show everybody. You can just be like, now you know I got it, right? Just sit down. That's real mature status. Okay, not waving it around what you did, telling everybody, oh, it's because of me, I did this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. Sit your ass down and be humble, right? Oh, listening to this Yellow Wolf song as my sister and I were driving out to the reserve. I wanted to just actually go on reserve land yesterday and just kind of clear myself and ground myself. And we were listening to this Yellow Wolf song, and He's like, still hungry but humble, so let me buy you dinner. And I'm like, no, you're not. You are not humble. And that there's this other line where he was like, my pockets are full, but my mind is not empty or something like that. I'm good with my money. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're a fucking idiot. Like, maybe you were fucking 10 years ago when you didn't really have any. Like, now you're an idiot. Oh my God, you see that guy, the way that guy dresses? On a daily basis, I'm like, he has too much money. Like, you get to a point where you can have too much money, and then you're just buying the stupidest things. Like, he wears the dumbest looking clothes. He looks so unattractive. I'm like, that guy used to be the hottest thing in my mind, okay? You watch the fucking video, Row Your Boat. Probably the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life in that movie. And see, it's a movie. It's a music video. And now you look at him, he looks like a fucking crackhead. He looks psycho. He looks like he just walked out of a Value Village and bought the most expensive things and just put them all together to make himself look cool. Like, he just looks awful. Like, it just goes to show. Like, I mean, it really doesn't matter what somebody looks like, right? But I just remember thinking back then, like, damn, that's a fucking good-looking man. His mind was chill. He was in his body, and you could tell he was taking care of himself. He looked healthy. He wasn't drinking, a whole heck of a lot. And now he's just like, just a fucking mess, and that's what happens when men don't have good women in their lives, right? They just fucking running around town, like fucking acting like an idiot, trying to get their wives to pay attention to them or trying to get their girlfriends to call them. And it's like, when you just like chill the fuck, like just mellow, like humble yourself, right? And like, obviously that's what this last reading is about, is humbling yourself, because clearly you can do a lot of damage. You put a rift in this whole fucking family. You can do damage, but it doesn't mean you can't pull it back together. Right? Clearly, you're the one that's got the power. If other people got to whip things out to show you how powerful they are, fuck it, whatever, let them do it. Right? The power of what you can do would destroy them from the ground up. So why does it even matter? Right? Like, and especially if you're walking with a collective, like we got 7 souls up in this bitch right now, okay? Could you imagine if you walked up to somebody's fucking house with 7 souls and went after them? Like, you would destroy them. But if you also walked up with 7 souls and went, all right, I'll forgive you, then they're going to probably shit themselves right then and there. And then they're going to be like, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity because you could have ripped my head off. Well, yeah, of course. It doesn't mean I'm going to. Like, people deserve forgiveness. They deserve to also shit themselves before they get that forgiveness. Don't take that away from them. They deserve it. They deserve to feel that shit come down their leg, okay, and know what it's really like. Look, I just cut the deck to Temperance. Like, that's you, right? What's it say? Balance, negotiation, right? You are a negotiator. You can do this. I have what's that called? Full confidence that you can do this, right? That you can keep your composure, that you can stand in front of, Mark Zuckerberg and not throw a fucking chair. Okay, again, another Yellow Wolf song. It's called Here I Am. I don't know what kind of meeting he was at, but he wanted to throw a chair at conservative yuppies. I get it. He didn't get to do it. Teenage angst in there, If you can get up and throw a fucking chair at these people, you can probably destroy them. You could probably run them over. You could probably kill them just by speaking the truth at them and giving them a heart attack. Just not today, Let them get that when they die, okay? Aw, who's sending me hearts? That's so nice. Thank you. They're floating up. That's so nice. What are y'all saying? Diane Keaton. Oh, okay. You know why I don't remember her name? Because I love Michael Keaton. So the last name just goes to him. And I swear that's probably it. Exactly. Have you ever seen the movie The Gift, Irene? It's reminding me a lot about burning a father in the backyard. It's a really good movie, actually. Virgo and Scorpio. It's funny you said Virgo and Scorpio. That's my father's sign is a Virgo and my mother is a Scorpio. And like my sister and I know we're Satan's children. Like we know Satan is our father. I'm very fucking aware of that. Like, the unwanted usually have that guy as their fucking dad. Jumps into your dad and just fornicates on top of your mother and creates his Satan children. That's what I believe anyways. You don't have to believe it. I'm a conspiracy theorist when it comes to the devil. I really like to hear different conspiracy theories about how people conceive and perceive the devil, and do they see it in people, and do they see it? I can see it now in animals. I didn't know. I always thought animals were so loving and wonderful, and, you know, they work together, and it's like fucking, what's that Bambi, you know, everyone's just hopping along together, and it's the hunter that's the bad guy, you know. But no, like, animals, they steal from each other, they rip each other's young apart, they come in and just take what they want, they piss on people's nests. Like, they don't, fucking animals are ruthless. And then there's like nice birds that they're not doing anything, you know, they're not trying to ruin anybody's house, but doesn't mean that like some fucking infested rat is going to come in and take something or do something, right? Like, ruthless even in animals. Oh my gosh, I'm getting this song, okay? It wouldn't stop playing in my head, and now it's playing again. It's called This Life, and then quotations, I think it says punches. And it's by this artist named K.O. And take a look at my life. Is there anything I want to change? Tomorrow I don't have to be the same. Fucking self-medicate. Get up off my ass. There ain't a lot that the doctor can do for me. Sit back, peel off the top of a 40. Wondering how long he was going to ignore me. So I stood up the mountain and screamed out, glorious life. I don't think that was the right words at the end. So I don't know if somebody is like really changing themselves, like to the point of like thinking that the universe is ignoring them, that nobody sees them. But that's the whole part of the first reading of the narcissist. Like, no, if you're narcissistic, you're going to believe the universe never fucking sees you. Of course you are, right? But if you're connected and you're grounded and you're humble, then you're going to know the universe has probably had your back since day one. It just, your family didn't. So it looked like the universe didn't, but the universe is the one that kept you alive this whole time. I know that's true for me, so if it's true for me, it's usually true for other people. Not that it has to be necessarily true with that message. All right, let's do one last message, and then I'm going to go and eat. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so spirits, wanting somebody to balance out their aura, okay? Basically everything that you're transmitting to the world, okay? And emanating around yourself. So, a good way to do that is to connect with herbs. Obviously, this is probably why I'm packing my bowl right now. Maybe not, but I don't know. I have been being told to connect more with herbs, which is why I don't know if you saw the other day I had that big sage plant that was going on. It's now all like in my altar and wound up, and I knew I had to get herbs going again in my altar. So I think maybe that could be what the universe is saying. Like, you may need to be connecting with herbs, okay? Like lavender. I've got thyme up here on my altar. There's cedar. There's dragon sage. There's, oh yeah, moss. I've got cattails, sumac, bark, tons of things on my altar, right? Little snippets and pickets of things that I can connect with that help my space, okay? My mind, my space, some stuff like that, okay? So really what I'm getting is, universe is like, you really need to pay attention to balancing yourself, because I think your aura is a little bit off, okay? And also, I've got this big giant rose quartz. I've had this for a while. My sister actually bought it in Mount Shasta, California. They had a lot of quartz there, a lot of crystals there, and she bought this for like $3 or something. I remember thinking, like, there was like a whole box of these rose quartz the size of my head for the lowest prices ever. So she bought this, and actually when she picked it up, it reminded her of an aortic pump right away. She said right away, to her it looked like a heart. And then the way it actually fits into your hand is amazing. It just kind of, like, the way crystals sit in your hand, they'll find a groove and just hang out there. And you hold on to this bad boy and it will start to clear your aura. Like, I can guarantee you it will. It will start to change your frequency, because rose quartz is all about love. It's about real, like, self-connection love, right? Opening yourself up. Would be your upper crown chakra, which is the white, right? And your red, because it's pink, right? So that's top and bottom. So it's something that, it's a crystal that creates balance in your entire lineup of chakras, right? So holding something like this and taking that in and allowing that hate to leave your body, allowing yourself to ground yourself and leave negative energy where it is, will help your aura in magical ways, right? It's how you wake up. It's your frequency. It's what you put in your body. It's how you feel. It's how you react to things. It's basically everything that about you. But if you're not energetically charged to yourself, then your aura is not going to mean shit to you, right? Some people believe they have one, some people don't, right? If you're somebody that does, then believe that your aura somehow is suffering, right? Because there's maybe something that's blocking you, or there's maybe something that you need to let go and you need to release, and you have to embark on a new journey, right? You have to find something new about yourself. And I don't know if that's what herbs are going to do. Is suddenly putting herbs in tea, right? You can get, you can just put straight herbs and make tea. Like, you don't need tea packages. You don't need prepackaged stuff. Like, you can just take rosemary, put it in hot water, and there's rosemary tea. It's very easy to do, right? Maybe you need more, somebody needs more choices in their life, and they need to let go of almost like feeling that you're not alive in some way, right? That you're not connected, that there isn't anything around you. Like, because even if you're in the city, even if you don't see green anywhere around you, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's all part of, like, again, first reading your mindset, changing how you feel, changing your frequency, right? How your mind sets the day is how your aura is kind of played out, right? So we've got also loyalty with letting go. So you have a duty to yourself. You have a commitment to yourself. And if you want to fulfill that commitment, then do it. If you don't, then don't watch this, don't connect with this, shut off and don't bother, right? But if you want to, then allow yourself to connect, and to connect with more family than what is bloodlined, okay? Because you have a lot more family than what you think out there. Just because you don't have family members, it doesn't mean that you don't have people who care about you. It doesn't mean that you don't have people that will have your back, right? Family is just bloodline. That's all that is. Right? So I think someone's going to find almost a lot of peace soon when they look at themselves, right? Because they're going to remember, maybe connecting with yourself and changing your aura and balancing yourself is going to help you remember something, right? And remember that you are connected, that you do need water against your skin. You know, you do need to walk around barefoot. You do need to connect yourself just like anything else does, right? But when you're in your house and you're laying on your couch or in your bed and you're lazy and you get depressed and you don't go outside and you don't connect and you don't see the things that you should see and you don't see the things that allow you to know that you are alive, right? That you're not just some robot here. Right? That you mean something, that you are something, that you're made up of energy, right? We're all made up of energy particles. That's why we make up space, right? Just like they say ghosts. Ghosts are made up of the same somewhat matter that we're made up of. We just have more of it than them, right? It's almost like now I'm getting Hellraiser, you know, the way that they put the bodies back together. It's kind of funny like that, you know, because it is just particles, right? It's our connection. It's like Avatar, right? It's the way that they see the mother tree. It's the way that they connect to the land. They connect to their animals. They just have something physical like a tail to connect them. It doesn't mean that that tail physically doesn't exist through basic touch, right? Oh, I just love this crystal. Once I get it in my hand, I can't let go of it. It becomes my favorite thing in the world. And I just press it up against my chest. And I'm like, oh, I love crystals so much. They just make my day sometimes. I forgot how much I love them. This one I actually picked up in California as well. It's a Lemurian candle. It's an American Lemurian crystal. Look at this thing. It looks like a glacier. Oh, yeah, I got to take a picture of that glacier. I'll show you guys that picture. But look at this thing. It's so cool. It was like my very first big crystal. And now I've had it for, I think, 5 years now. I love this thing. I took the biggest Lemurian crystal when I was in California and I hugged it like this for like a half an hour. This lady just kept staring at me in the store and I'm like, just give me 5 more minutes. Just give me 5 more minutes. Just leave me alone. Walk away. Just, you don't need to know what I'm doing with this crystal. Just go away. And I didn't really know what crystals did back then, but I was just drawn to holding them like, oh my God, what are you doing to me? How are you speaking to me? I don't know what it is. I always press them against my lips because they're always so cold. They're like almost like picking up an ice cube, but an ice cube that you can handle. That's not too hot. I always kiss it and rub it against my lips. I'm so dirty. Like my hands have been all over this and I'm just like making out with it. I love crystals. I don't know. Call it a witch thing or call it a natural thing. I don't know, but I love them. They just make things so much prettier. Like they just make my altar prettier and they make my jewelry prettier and these are crystals. Like it's all just crystals. I just love crystals. So, oh yeah, crystals. These are smoky quartz. This is black tourmaline. Just rocks and crystals. I sound like that person I never wanted to be. You know, like, oh, I've got my crystals. I was like, okay, weirdo. Go back into your voodoo fairy house and fuck off. And now I'm like, okay, here's my fairy house with my fairy room and all my cedar trees and my crystals. Like I'm the exact opposite of what I thought I was going to be. How stupid was I, eh? Just goes to show how negative you are in such a positive environment when you don't understand it because you're in such negative energy, right? I don't think I've ever had a reading where it's only moderators that are talking. This is amazing. It is a heart. Okay, so it is a heart chakra crystal. There you go, Heather. I don't really know a whole lot about crystals. So many, but never enough. I have to stop myself. I almost got a crystal ball yesterday, but it was super small, and I was like, I need something bigger than that. Crystal balls are like $300. So we might have to wait a little bit for that investment because that is an investment. But I do have a couple of different tools coming to the channel. I've got charms coming. So I'll pull charms at the beginning. And I forget what the other thing was. I've got some scrying shit that's coming in the mail in this next little while, and then I'll learn how to... I might just get a plain up scrying mirror. I mean, I want a crystal ball. I don't want the clear ones, though. I want the black ones. I want the black tourmaline crystal balls. That's really what I want. I don't really want the clear crystal ball. I don't really like those. I find I can see a lot more in a dark one. But at the same time, I did this crystal ball reading once with this mood ring that I had because it was like kind of textured. And I swear the things I would see in this fucking ring, and then it would change color, and then I'd be like, what the fuck? Like so you can basically scry with anything. That's why I'm trying to get really creative with this next thing of how I do this channel. I'm trying to figure out a different way to bring in messages, like the carnival cards, right? My sister loves when I use those carnival cards, and I kind of do too, because it's a game, right? I'm always thinking of maybe looking online and finding a new game where those cards I can use. I don't know. I don't quite know, because I don't have all the answers. So, anyways, I'm going to go eat now because I'm freaking starving. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I couldn't eat. I tried to. Now it's just getting worse. I think I have a really bad ulcer, and I can't eat. It fucking sucks. Oh, did you hear that honk? I do have an ulcer. I fucking knew it. I get these ulcers every now and then, and they go away, and then they come back, and they fucking make me throw up all the time, and then they leave, and then they come back. Ugh, I'm so bored of ulcers. I just want them to go. I'm going to have some oatmeal. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. All right. I'm going to peace out. I'll probably be back later. Maybe not. I don't know. I might just take it easy today. So you may see me. You may not see me. I don't know. But thanks for everybody for being here. This was an awesome reading. Divining rods. For yes and no. I don't like yes and no questions, though. I don't like doing that shit, unfortunately. When I did the yes and no questions before, it just... when the pendulum swings, it doesn't always go in the right direction. And then you're like, is that the way it's supposed to go? And then you try to concentrate, and if you get the littlest thing in your head while you're trying to bring that message in, it'll go that way. So, I don't know. Thanks for... I'm going to look up that anyways. See what that is. Anyways, oh my god, I feel like I'm going to barf. Sorry for telling everybody that. I shouldn't have said that. But anyways, peace out.